My daughter is up at the crack of dawn with the summer sun these days. That means we're out and about really early. The other morning we saw the school buses hadn't even gone to pick up the kids yet. These days cooking is really fun with all the summer produce available in the farmer's market, and that's what I've been cooking with all week.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, the Naptime chef. As you can see, we have been out and about all morning and my daughter is pooped. So she is down for her afternoon nap right now, and what I'm going to do is have my free time in the kitchen. I'm going to get dinner ready for tonight by making a beautiful dinner quiche. We have some wonderful leftovers in the fridge from all sorts of things we got at the farmer's market. We have onions and pine nuts and spinach and all kinds of greens and herbs. I can't wait to make them into a big quiche we can have tonight. It will be delicious.
To make the crust, first cut the butter, flour, and a pinch of salt into a food processor. Then give it a quick blitz with a little bit of ice water until it forms a soft, sticky dough. Make sure not to add too much water because you don't want your dough to get runny. Then lightly flour a surface on the countertop or cutting block and put your dough down. Roll it out until it's the size of your pie plate and press it into the pie plate for later. If you're not going to use your crust for a little bit, just wrap it up in good plastic wrap and place it in the fridge, and it will last up in there for a couple of days. Leave the pie crust on the countertop and then start on the filling. First, crack 3 eggs into a large bowl and whisk in 1 cup of whole milk. Then, figure out which vegetables you want to use. In this case, I wanted to use onions, spinach, and some pine nuts, but you could use almost anything that you want. Kale and arugula are great, and I've used those recently, as well as any kind of pepper or maybe goat cheese or potato. Cook down the vegetables a little bit to help them soften. In this case, I sauteed the spinach and the onion together in a saute pan. The spinach looks like a lot at first, but it wilts down to almost nothing. Mix the spinach and onion into the filling. Then in a dry pan over low heat, toast the pine nuts. Keep a close eye when you're toasting the pine nuts because they can turn very quickly and you don't want them to burn. Once the pine nuts have been added to the filling, pour it into the prepared crust. Then get ready to put it in the oven.
Okay, so we have the quiche in the oven. Putting it together took about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to go upstairs and catch up on some work and do some stuff around the house and wait for my daughter to wake up. And then tonight we're going to have a beautiful dinner already made. All I'm going to have to do is reheat it and we're going to have a very healthy quiche.
The quiche is done when it's slightly browned on top and completely set in the middle. I placed it on top of the stove to cool while we went out for another walk. As you can see, my daughter does not like to ride in the stroller these days. Instead, she places her favorite stuffed animals in them and we give them a walk instead. While we were out for a walk, I heard that my husband wouldn't be home from work in time for dinner, so it was just the two of us. We had a nice mother-daughter dinner and I saved some of the quiche in the fridge for later. My husband ate it when he got home and loved it too.